Okay, so in part 2 we are taking up Financial Express and we'll take up Indian Express. So firstly यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि what are the important topics for the day. So यहाँ पे we are seeing rupees 60,000 crore of home loan subsidy is going to be announced soon. So interest relief भी इसका part होगा. 2.5 million likely to benefit out of this. So this is again a part of the revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure में what is important is rationalization of revenue expenditure. कितनी requirement है of spending that amount for a particular thing. So roll out by the banks in couple of months, that would be expected. And lenders, they have not been provided target, but meeting with the government official that is likely to soon happen. So things they are moving forward in this direction. The move, it could help increasing lending in the affordable housing segment within the home loan portfolio. तो कहीं ना कहीं real estate sector को इसकी वजह से we can say कि increase in demands देखने को मिल सकता है. And similar scheme पहले भी announce की गई थी, that was between 2017 and 2022, which covered around 12.27 million homes. So vehicle scrapping policy जो है auto industry, it should bring more investment in setting up automated testing stations. This is one reform that we can go ahead with around again vehicle safety. Then जो vehicle scrapping facilities हैं, that number and density also needs to increase. We need to raise awareness amongst the citizens and offer a finalized discount percentage against certificates of deposit which are obtained by the citizens. तो व्हीकल स्क्रैपेज पॉलिसी में फर्स्टली अगेन क्या फीचर्स हैं, किन एरियाज को हम टच कर रहे हैं एंड और के इम्प्रूवमेंट्स हम कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज वन एरिया. एंड इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना, उसमें डेफिनेटली वी नीड कंज्यूमर्स टुगेदर. तो वहाँ पे मेकिंग देम अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हीकल स्क्रैप करना कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है एंड इकोनॉमिकली भी कैसे हमें इस सेक्टर से ग्रोथ देखने को मिल सकती है. So this is again moving towards sustainability and recycling, upcycling में ये definitely हमें help करेगा. And that would also help in reducing our import dependence for the raw materials which are required for manufacturing of automobiles. So Jammu and Kashmir, again we saw कि Reasi district में lithium reserves हमें मिले थे. We discovered the lithium reserves. So lithium reserves, they have become strategically important क्योंकि they would be again, they are used as raw material in manufacturing of batteries and definitely batteries use की जाती हैं. बात कर सकते इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स में, तो फॉर ग्रोथ ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स इंडस्ट्री lithium is important and right now we are again dependent upon imports for lithium. तो we are having domestic resources, तो वो भी कहीं ना कहीं जो रिस्कीनेस इन्वॉल्व है उसको रिड्यूस करेगा एंड डेफिनेटली इंपोर्ट्स भी कम होंगे तो वो बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट की हेल्थ के लिए भी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा. सो वी आर गोइंग टू सून ऑक्शन दी लिथियम रिजर्व्स जो हमें जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में डिस्कवर किए थे. So that's there. And or we can find out कि इंडिया में क्या और कहीं पे we have reserves या और कोई ऐसे resources जो हम exploit करते हैं for lithium. So again जब हम import की बात करते हैं तो अर्जेंटीना and चिली में there are basically they are having maximum lithium reserves. So this topic we have already taken up from the Hindu newspaper. Excessive clout of one or two board members in big banks. So there should not be any excessive dominance by one or two members on the board, or the chairman, the vice chairman, or a group of directors. And we have seen that this is basically visible in big commercial banks, and this has been pointed out by the RBI governor. तो internationally important area जो है tackling energy crisis. So herein, while synthetic fuels जो हैं जो manufacture किए जाते हैं using renewable energy provided the best future path to decarbonize aviation. So specifically aviation sector की बात कर रहे हैं. Overall अगर हम बात करें तो यहाँ पे we are seeing focus towards biofuels. Biofuels में भी एक particular category है that is more, we can say, sustainable and which can help us in even achieving our targets of decarbonization or carbon neutrality. Apart from this, we are also focusing upon hydrogen, we are focusing upon fuel cells. So these are certain areas which we are exploring specifically अगर हम energy sector की बात करें. And apart from this, we are having energy that is generated through other renewable sources like solar energy, wind energy. तो यहाँ पे हमें share पता होना is important. Coming to Indian Express newspapers, so let's see the developments. So warm congratulations to Indian Air Force as we welcome the first Airbus C295 in our fleet. So it is reliable, highly versatile tactical transporter, and it will serve the Indian Air Force on various missions as well as the government of India's vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. So that's the picture. So crisis in space sector herein we are seeing कि USA it is in a way exploring ways कि किस तरीके से जो differences है वो China specifically in the space sector वो हम कैसे address कर सकते हैं. तो space junk is one area, space debris जो हम बोल सकते हैं that is one thing, and rising again militarization of space, that is another concern that we have around the space sector. India में again space sector की growth की अगर हम बात करें तो we need to focus more upon the participation of private sector in the space industry. For that, we have again made InSpace, that is again focusing upon commercialization of operations. And we've been able to have those indications, warnings, and to see what they're doing and call them on the intent. So just being hypersensitive so we don't fall prey to gray zone activities in the space sector. So Nepal और China ने 12 agreements sign किए हैं during recent visit of the Nepal's Prime Minister to China. So that includes cooperation between National Planning Commission of China and Nepal, National Development and the Reform Commission, then joint technical working group for review modification of Nepal-China trade and payment agreements, and एक जो हिल्सा सिमकोट रोड प्रोजेक्ट है, पावर ग्रिड इंटरकनेक्शन प्रोजेक्ट. सो इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव से वी नीड टू थिंक अबाउट अगर चाइना की seeing contributions, yeah, presence for the growth of Nepal that is increasing. So these are some areas, and कौन सी areas में it is increasing, that is important. So China की again जो debt policy है कि it gives high debt to particular country and ultimately फिर चीजें they fall in place which are favorable for China. So this is what exactly happened with Sri Lanka as well. Okay, we can directly move on to the explained section. So this was already taken up in detail कि WHO की जो रिपोर्ट आई थी हाइपरटेंशन पे वो इंडिया के बारे में क्या बोलती है. So जब हम शेयर की बात करते हैं बिटवीन मेल एंड वुमेन तो किन में ज्यादा हाइपरटेंशन के केसेस देखने को मिल रहे, तो दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट एट द सेम लेवल. एंड फर्स्ट रिपोर्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड ये बोल रही है कि 188.3 मिलियन पीपल है विच आर लिविंग इन हाइपरटेंशन. 37% ही सिर्फ अवेयर है अबाउट देयर स्टेटस. सो टाइमली डायग्नोसिस एंड ट्रीटमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट अगेन उसके लिए फर्स्टली आपको जो फर्स्ट स्टेप है दैट इज यू नीड टू अगेन आइडेंटिफाई कि यू आर गोइंग थ्रू दिस थिंग. सो रेड फ्लैग्स क्या हाईलाइट किए गए हैं? रिपोर्ट इज फ्लैग दैट मेनी दे डू नॉट टेक द ट्रीटमेंट फॉर हाइपरटेंशन इवन आफ्टर डायग्नोसिस. तो ये प्रॉब्लम एरिया है. आइडेंटिफिकेशन के बाद भी यू आर नॉट विलिंग टू टेक ट्रीटमेंट. इसके अलावा द नंबर ऑफ adults who are living with uncontrolled hypertension that is on decline. So this is good, but report said it is not fast enough, so that is slowly declining. And treating half of the people with hypertension, which is being termed as progressive scenario, country can prevent 4.6 million deaths due to heart attacks and strokes. So इसके साथ we can say कि this is also impacting the quality of demographic dividend. And apart from this, the lifestyle changes that are happening, that is also one of the main reasons why the cases of hypertension are on a rise. So हम कैसे hypertension को control कर सकते हैं? तो again, making lifestyle changes like eating healthy, cutting down salt, not smoking, drinking, increasing physical activity, reducing stress, improving your sleep. And once you're diagnosed, people, they must start taking medications also. And again, जब हम बात करते हैं awareness generation की भी, specifically people who are suffering from this thing and they are able to successfully overcome it, so they need to more talk about it. Specifically यहाँ पे again हम सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स को यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं. सो सॉल्ट इनटेक के लिए जो WHO की गाइडलाइंस है, जैसे कि ओनली 2 grams ऑफ सॉल्ट इन अ डे शुड बी कंज्यूम्ड. सो दिस इज अगेन द एवरेज अमाउंट जो कंज्यूम किया जाना चाहिए. बट इंडिया में अगर हम देखें तो वी आर कंज्यूमिंग 10 grams ऑफ सॉल्ट अ डे. सो रिपोर्ट है सेट कि 34% ऑफ अडल्ट जो है फिजिकली इनएक्टिव है इन द कंट्री, 4% दे आर ओबीज, 28% स्मोक एंड दे च्यू टोबैको. Trends in India's labor market. So again, this is very important area, women, SCs and their mobility की बात करें. So in detail, let's see. So chart 2 जो है, that is top right chart shows between 1983 और 2021 के बीच में जो proportion है regular wage workers का who belong to the scheduled caste, that has increased. Regular wage workers में SCs का share increase हुआ है, but overall वो एक significant lower level पे है than the proportion of regular wage workers in other general category. So जो rate of self employment है वो भी higher था amongst others category compared to the SCs. So SCs को again उनका share, उनका representation, और they need to come forward specifically self employment में. उसके लिए what the government is doing, what are the policies, schemes क्या है हमारे पास, क्या problem areas हैं, that is important. And again, even in regular wage worker sector में भी और कैसे हम speedily उनका share increase कर सकते हैं. Then trend of differential intergenerational upward economic mobility. Differential intergenerational upward economic mobility अगर हम बात करें between SCs only and others flagged in the first paragraph of this report, जो बोल रही है कि 2004 में 86.5% of the son of SC/ST casual wage workers, they were also casual wage workers. So this fell to 75.6% in 2008. So the fall of sons of the general caste casual workers fathers, it was steeper. तो SCs में fall less steeply हुआ या less मतलब slow rate पे हुआ compared to the general category. Apart from this, we see कि जो women representation है industries like tobacco, education, health and social work and textiles में, इनमें women की representation increase हुए between 1983 and 2021, and their share has increased, representation is decreased in waste management and sewerage over the same period. So compared to men, ये जो हमने वुमेन रिप्रेजेंटेशन की बात करी इन दीज स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्रीज, वहां पे वुमेन दे आर ओवर रिप्रेजेंटेटेड कंपेयर टू मेन. एंड शेयर ऑफ SCs वुमेन स्पेसिफिकली उनका शेयर ज्यादा रहा है इन वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, इन सिवरेज, लेदर एंड लेदर प्रोडक्ट्स. वहां पे उनका शेयर फॉल हुआ है. वहां पे अगेन उनकी प्रेजेंस ज्यादा है बट शेयर उनका डिक्लाइन हुआ है विद टाइम. Apart from this, जो husband's income है that increases, और जो probability of the wife being employed reduces, और ये rural areas में सबसे ज्यादा देखने को मिलता है. So urban areas में it shows a fall in the probability of wife being employed up to earnings threshold of rupees 40,000 per month. So even urban areas में भी we are not seeing any kind of a promising or strong picture specifically जब हम बात करते हैं. woman being or wife being employed, so husband's earnings increases beyond this, so probability of wife being employed also increases. So this is something very interesting. And apart from this, we see ki except for the diploma and above, women rural areas may they have higher workforce participation rates for all the levels of education compared to women in urban areas. सो यहाँ पे भी स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रोथ हमें रूरल एरियाज में देखने को मिल रही है. तो अगेन वो भी हमारे इट इज शोइंग कि एजुकेशन रूरल एरियाज में it is helping the women, and वहाँ पे we are seeing कि the number of women also increases. And apart from this, younger than 25 years graduates, they have highest unemployment rate. तो ये एक major problem area या जो हमने identify किया है, graduates under 25 years of age में maximum highest unemployment rate है. तो main reason is यहाँ पे skills gap जो exist करता है. So this needs to be addressed. So unemployment rate reduces as education level decreases. Also expectedly as the people they grow older, जो probability of their being employed वो भी increase होती है, mostly because जो unemployment है it becomes unsustainable. So these are some of the key findings. So Indian trade की अगर हम बात करें, so this is again in news because of the West Asia Economic Corridor announcement. तो यहाँ पे in the past इंडिया के trade sector की हम बात करें तो this has been discussed over here. Again goods and people culture कौन से areas में trade किया जाता था. Silk Route becomes important, and apart from this आज के time में अगर हम बात करें West Asia Economic Corridor, so it will be connecting here India via UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and then here will be connected with Europe. So ये basically route रहने वाला है. So that's all for the day. Thank you so much for joining us in today's analysis session, and do subscribe to the channel. Keep watching.